guys, we're here today with Skinner, one of our nominees for Best Female Artist at the Yorkshire Women Awards. It's a pleasure to see her. Yeah, so we've got a few questions today just to go through and just, yeah, see the vibe and see the stuff you've been making.
Cool.
Yeah, so what made you want to start music?
I'd always done music from a really young age, but I actually started doing classical music. So when I was in primary school, I played the flute, and that was what I did. But in terms of kind of my songwriting and my singing, I always did that on the side. It was just kind of like a personal thing for me. So like a way of like expressing myself, I guess. And I just really enjoyed it. I loved pop music growing up. So yeah, and then I don't know, it just kind of spiraled from there really, like until I turned probably about 17 or 18. That's literally when I thought about taking it seriously, and until then I hadn't even given it a thought of doing it like that. I just did it for my enjoyment, and then I decided I'm gonna do it. So I went to after like college, sixth form, I went to uni. I went to Leeds College of Music, and I did a songwriting degree. And I'd say that's where I really started to grow and really started to develop as an artist, and find kind of the direction that I wanted to go in and learn more about writing songs, because there's so much to it. Yeah, and I guess the rest is history really.
Yeah, that sounds like an excellent musical journey then.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you draw your inspiration from?
There isn't kind of one genre or one artist. I think, like I said, when I was younger, it was classical music, so I've got a real appreciation for kind of more than just like the melodies and the hooks, like the whole beat and the intricacies behind it. But then, you know, as I said, I loved pop music growing up. I grew up in Harrogate, and you know, actually there wasn't that much diversity music wise. So it was pop music and I loved it. And when I moved over to Leeds when I was 18, I got exposed to a lot of different musical genres. So, you know, that's when I started getting into my hip hop, my rap, my R&B, and I thought, oh, actually this is where my voice suits this more. And I would listen to other artists, and, you know, people like Amy Winehouse and Adele and people like that. I love their music, and I think sometimes you draw, like, I might like them to put something similar of like their vocal stylings over maybe like a hip hop beat or something like a bit different. And yeah, so I think you can draw inspiration from loads of different places, and I still do. I mean, I love grime and rap and hip hop, and you know, whilst I can't rap, I think you can take elements of those beats and of those stylings, and bring them into your own music.
Yeah, that sounds excellent. So you mentioned Adele and Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Like when I first started to sing, people were like, "Oh, you sound like Adele," because if you've got a powerful voice, they're like, "Oh yeah, you sound like Adele," and it's like I don't want to sound like Adele. I wouldn't say that I do, and my music is nothing like Adele's. But you can't say that she didn't kind of pave the way for people with a bit more of like a powerful voice, and Amy Winehouse to, you know, bring a bit more soulfulness, because before that it was really like your Britney Spearses and people like that, and if you didn't fit into that mold, it was like you didn't fit into popular music in general. So, you know, and then nowadays you've got like Georgia Smith and people like that, and they were all influenced by Amy and people like that, and I would say the same, definitely.
Okay. So, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Difficult question. I often struggle to put my music into kind of one genre box, because I like to do a few different things. I'd describe it as R&B, but it's definitely pop elements in there, and I can't deny it. I like a catchy tune. My voice is more soulful, I think. And it has hip hop elements in there as well. It's a bit of a mishmash, but then, you know, I love singing. I'll sing over a house track. I'll sing over like a D&B track, you know. But if I was to literally have to stick a label on it right now, I'd say pop R&B.
Yeah. So can you tell us any of your up-and-coming projects?
Yes. So I've been working on an EP. To be honest with you, it's taken a lot more time than I thought, because for me, it's not just about churning out a song, it's about that song means something to me, and the whole EP, there's like a story behind it and a message, and it has to be right. And I'm still changing things on it, still debating whether to put a track on it or to put a different one on, and I want it to have kind of a through story and piece together right. So I could make a track tomorrow and think, actually, yeah, that's sick, that's going on the EP, but I'm still working on other stuff as well. I'm hoping to have it out in the next month or two, because it's been a long time coming, but I'm still collabing as well, so I'm doing so many collabs at the minute, but I do love it. I love featuring on tracks, love working with rappers. Lyrically, like Leeds and Yorkshire in general has some incredible rappers, and it's really nice to actually, even over the past few months, still like connecting and working with new people. So yeah, lots of new singles, EP and collabs coming soon.
Yeah, great. And so finally, what does it feel like to be nominated for the Yorkshire Entertainment Award Best Female Artist?
Yeah, that's mad actually. Really nice is how it feels. Like, as I said, like I have been actively doing my music and performing, gigging, writing, releasing since I was probably like 18, 19 now, which is a few years ago. So to have an opportunity to, one, credit everyone else, but to say that I'm a nominee in Yorkshire for Best Female, it means a lot actually, yeah. And I think that everyone that's been nominated, the talent's huge, isn't it? And it's just going to be a really nice night to credit everyone and to credit their hard work, because so much goes on behind the scenes that people don't realise when they just drop a video or just drop an EP, and it's nice to be able to say to all these people, look, you're working hard and it's noticed.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you for having me.